Oh my gosh, where should I be? Okay. Wow. I gotta tell you, Apple is synonymous with electronic excellence. They are the pinnacle of performance. That's a lot of P's, that's a lot of E's, but the important thing to remember is the A. A for Apple. They make everything intuitive and easy and fun. And today we're gonna have 60 minutes with one of our favorite guests. He's our electronic expert. He's gonna talk to us about something new here at theCUBE. It's the iPad 10.9-inch generation. It's the 64 and the 256 gig option with accessories and a voucher. It's new today. All right, check this out. It's our big deal of the day. If you want the 64 gig, it's $649.98. And if you want the Big Daddy, it's $789.98. The easy pays on these are $130 for the smaller storage and $158 for the larger. So here's what you have to choose. You get to choose your color. What color iPad do you want? So we have a bunch of different ones. We have the magenta. Wait, what color is this?
Yellow's right there.
Yellow, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Silver's next to that.
Yellow, silver. Is this blue?
That's your blue.
Is this rose gold? Or
pink. We're calling it pink.
We're calling it pink?
And they're all brand new. You've seen the silver in previous versions.
Yeah.
But the pop of color, brand new with the 10th generation now.
So that's totally new. Okay, so once you figure out what color you want, you have to choose your size. So you can have 64 gigs.
Yep.
Or you can have 256 gigs, which is 4 times the space.
4 times the space.
Which is amazing. You're saving $159 today. And then you have to choose the accessory that you want to come with it. So what color do you want? Do you want the yellow? I'm good at this. You get the blue.
That's it.
You get, is this pink?
That's going to be our
magenta?
I think it's our magenta, and then we have rose gold next to it.
Okay, magenta, then rose gold.
Yep.
Then white, and then black in action is right
there. We go.
That's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna bring in our special guest, Justin Sachoka, who's here. Thank you so much. Listen, we usually talk on Skype, and I'm like, Justin's not going to be in studio. It's never as much fun, and I don't learn as much. But you're going to get all these things, plus expert advice from Justin. We're going to have a bunch of fun. So let's dive right in. This is the Apple iPad 10.9. This is the pinnacle of, I think, tablets, right?
Yeah, this is really the tablet to go with. If you're somebody who is looking for a new tablet, if you're somebody who wants to upgrade from whether it's an older version of your Apple iPad or even an Android device, this is the one that you go with because latest and greatest, best of the Apple iPad Classic, the biggest, not just in the physical size with a 10.9-inch screen, but also in the memory. It's also the largest there as well. So we're talking about bigger, better, brighter, faster. I mean, everything with this is just elevated, and that's why you go with the Apple iPad. Now, why you shop here at QVC is because we give you this exclusive bundle. I am loving the new colors that we have here in our cases. This yellow goes back to the yellow iPad perfectly. And actually, if we cut and show that shot for a second, you may have noticed something that we did here. Do you see how the blue matches with the blue, and the yellow matches with the yellow, and the magenta matches with the pink? The white's gonna go with the silver. We made it so if you wanna go matching all the way through from the color of the iPad to the color of the case, you now have that option. So I really appreciate that we were able to do that here for you. And then what I also appreciate is all the stuff that you're gonna get.
Yes!
Like,
it's
that's
not
amazing.
just that, it's the stuff. Should we talk about it? So how about this? I'm gonna go one by one, and you can say yes, true, or false. Okay,
let's do this.
You're gonna get the Bluetooth keyboard case.
True.
Okay, the matte tempered glass screen protector.
Yep, that's coming included.
Okay, you're gonna get the tablet sleeve.
Of course, yep.
Okay, the wired earbuds.
Yep, those are gonna be right there.
Okay, the tablet stand.
That's what you see here.
The cleaning cloth.
Also included,
3 stylus pens.
1, 2, 3, plus a little bonus one there.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna get a voucher.
Yep, that's this guy.
And Captain Crunch cereal for the host.
You can order it.
Okay.
You can order it on the iPad if you want to.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's,
Order it on the iPad.
order anything you want on the iPad then.
All of this stuff that you're getting, if you tried to purchase all of this separately, you're gonna spend how much money? Look at that graphic. Let's see that graphic again. Do you see how much money that is? I missed it. It already changed so fast, but it's our big deal. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. If you try to purchase separately, just for the 64 gig, you're spending $882. If you go for the 256 gig, you're spending $1,032.23. That's another reason why Justin was saying, this is why you buy Apple products here at QVC, because Apple will say, sure, we'll sell you that stuff. Give me your credit card.
And then they'll give you a charger and the iPad, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can we talk about what we're going to get with this iPad. What makes it special and different? Because it's new.
Absolutely. So this is the 10th generation. When we talk about some of the differences from, let's compare this to a 6th generation iPad. 6th generation was a 9.7 inch. This in the 10th generation, we're talking 10.9 inch Retina display. Wow. So it's bigger. It's going to be brighter. It's going to be more bold and vivid. You're going to notice on this iPad that you now have your choice of 64 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes of memory. And the reason why that's important is because it used to be 32, 128. Before that, it was 8 or 16. So now 64, 256, pretty good. Landscape stereo speakers, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So that's a total of 4 speakers that are inside of this. Plus you have True Tone technology as well, which is where the screen is going to automatically adjust to the color of the color temperature of the room that you're in. So if you're in a dark room, it's going to dim down so it's not overly bright on your eyes. If you're out in the sun, it's going to brighten it up so that you can see the screen more clearly. 12 megapixel camera on the front, a 12 megapixel camera that's on the back of this as well. And that's an ultra wide camera on the front with center stage. So this is the iPad where the camera follows you around and moves you every which way that you go, which is a very sought after iPad. Another big difference with this, so as TJ's moving around, the camera's gonna actually move with you, which is crazy.
That's amazing. And
you also have the ability in this to be able to use that camera for things like FaceTime, Skype, to do things like the microphone in here will do an audio FaceTime call. You could use WhatsApp with this. You can go live on your Facebook page, your Instagram, your TikTok, you name it. That can all be done right from here.
And that's one of the newest things. So I was trying to figure out, okay, I have an older iPad, and you may have an older iPad at home, and you say, okay, Justin, TJ, what's the difference? I know there are a ton of new features. The first is the color. Another is that it's thinner. You also have an improved camera on the back, and you also have a USB-C port. These are all things that are new for this iPad.
That's exactly right. And so you're seeing it is the major upgrade for you, especially if you're coming from an older version. Maybe if you're somebody who's coming from a different tablet, one of the questions you might be asking is, okay, I know right out of the gate, I want to switch over to Apple, but I don't really want to go through the whole process of Android, Apple, lose all my stuff from Android, and I get it. For a long time, making that switch from the Android devices over to an iOS Apple device was not something that was easy to do, and oftentimes you were risking the ability to lose stuff. When it comes to this iPad now, we have something that's called the Move to iOS device, or the Move to iOS app that's available in the Google Play Store. So you can download, and this is going to be the prompt that's going to ask you if you want to do that. You can download that, and you'll be able to take the stuff that's on your Android tablet and move it over here to your Apple tablet instead. So you don't need to worry about losing your photos or your videos, your email, the calendar. All that stuff can still be in sync, even if you are a current Android user. It makes it really easy. Apple's made it really easy for you to be able to make the switch, but what's also simple and easy is using this tablet in general. The ease of use and the learning curve for an iPad, everything is just intuitive. It just makes sense for so many people, and that's why we see a huge number of people that reach out to us and say how they absolutely love everything about the iPad, from the user experience especially, because it is so simplified. It takes the guesswork out of technology. You do not have to be technologically savvy in any way, shape, or form. Believe me, this is going to make your electronic use so easy. You let the iPad do the work for you, and you just simply get to live your best life and enjoy every moment with it.
I love that you said that, Justin. So it's work, play, it's everything that you want to do, even streaming different shows, things like that. It does it for you. And here's what I want to talk about. I used to think that Apple was fantastic because it worked well with other Apple products. It was their ecosystem, which is one of the things that I was like, I love Apple, and I always had to sell my mom and my sister when they didn't have Apple phones before. And I was like, there's something called FaceTime, you need to use it. And they're like, oh, we don't care about that. But now Apple says, we'll play nicely with Android.
That's exactly right. Down to FaceTime links you could send now. So a FaceTime link, which always, like you said, was always Apple to Apple. That was it. Now you can send a link to somebody that has an Android phone. So if, like, for me and my family, it's my cousin, like my cousin's wife, Laura. Laura's
She's
the one,
green?
The
That's
green.
the reason why you don't have
message
bubbles?
We all have that one person in our life, right? Where if you're an iPhone user, you go to message, you're like, green message. They have an Android, and that's okay. There's a time and a place for every piece of technology. My cousin Laura is that one person who's got that green message. But how can we still stay in touch with her? Well, we can send a FaceTime link so that we don't exclude her. What that means is an Android user will get the link to join the FaceTime call using the Android operating system to mesh in to the Apple iOS operating system. That's fairly new. And on this, you have the Android, or not the Android, you have the iOS 17, which is the latest operating system from Apple, and a couple of cool things you can do. One of those that I'll show you that's really awesome, that's new, and I get so excited about this because I'm so passionate about traveling. In the Maps program, TJ, I want you to name me any city in the world. Let's go
Burbank,
somewhere.
California.
All right, let's go to Burbank. So we're going to go to Burbank, California, and here it is. Now, here's what's cool about this. The download button on here. Have you ever been in the situation where maybe you were abroad somewhere, or maybe you were in the car and there was no internet? You can hit this download button, and what this will do is download and tell you, if I want to download this entire map of Los Angeles, it will take up 1.25 gigabytes. Now, maybe I'm only going to stick in like the Glendale area. Now that's taking up 614 megabytes instead. You can size it up. This will download that onto your iPad, so you need no internet, cellular, nothing, and you can still get turn-by-turn directions then in that area. You can still download, rather not turn by turn because that would be using the GPS and you would need cellular, but what you can do is you can download that map and be able to see everything without the internet. So that's the information for restaurants that you can look up. That's parks that are nearby. I personally love that feature because when I travel abroad, I don't have my cell phone service in any of the countries that I go to, but I can now access and download that map. That's a new iOS 17 feature that you get on this.
That is fantastic. So that's something for work and play, and it just knows how to work with you. If you're just joining us, we're here with Justin Sachoka. We have this fantastic deal. It's brand new. It's an Apple iPad 10.9. You have a choice between two different sizes. Do you want the 64 gig? Do you want the Big Daddy? You want 4 times the space, which is 256 gigs. You have the choice. You have those two sizes, but you also have a choice of colors, and that's what I'm most excited about. So if you look here at the top, we have white. We have, silver. We have yellow. We have pink, and we have blue. And you can choose your accessory color. So here's yellow, here's blue, this is magenta, and this is rose gold, and that's white, and that's black. And you're also getting a ton of other accessories with it. You're getting this Bluetooth keyboard case, which I absolutely love. It looks so cool. We're gonna get to that in a second. You're getting the matte tempered glass screen protector. You're getting the tablet sleeve, wired earbuds, the tablet stand, the cleaning cloth, the 3 stylus pens. You're also getting the 2-in-1 stylus pen, and you're also getting a voucher. Everything you need at your fingertips on the go. Justin just said if you needed to find a map and there wasn't like adequate service, you could still get where you needed to go and count on this technology that is already built in and constantly improving every day with this particular model.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the other new features with 17, much like the app. I put a little keynote presentation, which is a program that's similar to PowerPoint, and you're gonna have this included. Keynote, numbers and pages, which are the iLife software as they used to call it, all coming included. And so this little presentation that I made was just on a program that was a part of this iPad. You can now customize that lock screen, and so you can add photos to it. Notice how like it brought me in the front almost like a portrait mode kind of photo, it blurred out the background, even added the clock in the background. Just that little touch of like elegance and touch of modernness to it that I didn't need to do anything but select the photo that I wanted, and this took care of the rest. Some of the other new things in here, widgets on your home screen. So at a glance of your home screen, you can see your calendar, clocks, or anything you want. You can totally change it up. An iMessage redesign, where you can search through messages now, where you're going to have everything all located right here in one clean file folder to make everything easier. Audio transcripts, where if you have a friend who sends you an audio message, now it's going to dictate that for you so you can read the message. Maybe you aren't in a situation where you're going to be able to listen to that. You can read that message as well. You're going to have things like the health application that got completely revamped on here. I saw you working out for the last hour. Thank you for not including me in that show. I'm very grateful for that. But all your fitness, if you've got, I don't know, like the Apple Watch, that's going to be in sync with this. You talked about the Apple ecosystem. Everything that you do, your phone, your watch, that's all going to be tracking your steps every day. That's going to be integrated into your health app that's here on your iPad. So you've got a lot of brand new features in that iOS 17 operating system that you'll be able to take advantage of here on your iPad that really is going to give you the ultimate experience. And you know what? When the latest operating system comes out in, I don't know, maybe a year and a half from now, iOS 18, which I'm saying that, and everybody at Apple's like, come on, we just developed 17. You want 18 already?
No, you said.
The reality is it's going to come out eventually. They're going to have that. You've got lessons to the Mac University that are going to teach you everything you need to know about